Hello and welcome to the WIHS Journal Public Affairs Program. I'm Jerry Williams. Today you're going to learn about the Taking Charge Men's Conference. You'll hear my conversation with ministry leader Corey Wright. And I asked Corey to explain to me what the conference is all about, and he said,
Sure. Men's ministry for Upper Room in Meriden, has a bit of a revamp, and I've been implemented in the men's ministry now for my second year. And last year we were able to put on a men's conference. Each year we have a theme based off of just make sure we align with our pastor's vision. And the theme for year one, so the name of the conference is called Taking Charge. And what does that mean? It's not abusing authority. It's not whatever people think that a man should do. What does God want you to do? What does he call the man to be in his home, in his church, in his job, as a father, as a husband? We really wanted to just dive into that and just start getting guys together. And the first year it went pretty well. So now in year two, we start at the top of the year with a new theme. The conference is always called Taking Charge, but it has a sub-theme. And the theme this year is based off of two questions. Who are you? And what's your purpose? Because, we can talk about taking our rightful place, but if you don't know where that is, then it's hard to go in that direction. One of my favorite quotes is, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there, and you'll never know when you've arrived. It's really just kind of speaking to identity, letting, our guys know you are extremely important, so much so that the price of the thing is worth the amount that someone pays for it. And you just happen to be worth a life, and not just any life, but the life of God's only begotten Son. So it costs a lot to get you, which means you're extremely valuable. And we just need them to know that. So why is it that you're so valuable? Of course, we're all called to let people know who Christ is. But what does he specifically want to do with you and leave that unique signature and fingerprint on you through you, which is why he has you to be here in this specific time and this specific generation. So that's what we're speaking to, our identity. So the name of this year's conference is called, of course, Taking Charge, but his ID is my ID, meaning his identity is my identity. So the aim of the conference is to just get guys together. It's a 3-day conference. Day one is a panel discussion. We call those our Kingdom Talks, where it's just talking about identity, just letting guys get vulnerable. You don't have to record anything. Just guys show up on a Friday at 7 p.m. at Upper Room, and we have a panel speaker, a guest speaker, and we just field questions about men's identity and really just allow it to be an interactive discussion. Stuff that has been on men's hearts, and let's just get vulnerable and just let some of these things out, and we could pray together, we can worship together, and just really kick off day one that way. Day two is our actual conference, which is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we have two speakers coming for that as well. We have Pastor Thomas McMillan from Calvary Life Family Worship Center in Cheshire, which was the host site of Iron Sharpens Iron. And we have Faith Acts for Education, which will be coming. And we want to get our community involved as well. Let's let each other know what's going on around the community outside the four walls. And then our keynote speaker is Dr. Chris Harper, the CEO of Better Man. So between the three, we really just want to just have their perspectives, hammer home on identity, and also just open up the doors to any and every man that wants to come. We're not charging anything. We just want you to just bring your best and just get to know each other. I truly believe that if we believe that Christ is who he says he is, and he really is the way and the only way to get to the Father, and he is that ransom that was sent to be able to restore our relationship back to him, then we are brothers. It doesn't matter where you go. So please just come by. We invite all men to come over and to just really fellowship, and hopefully we leave with relationships starting to build, and we can support one another in the community. And, the more you see guys together publicly, I just really think it does something for the kingdom and to the environment.
Again, I'm with Corey Wright, president of the men's ministry there at the Upper Room Christian Center in Meriden. Tell me, how did this all begin, the genesis of you becoming involved with the men's ministry?
Oh, that's a great question. I'll keep it brief, but ultimately I believe that was a bigger part of what I'm put here for. And when I first walked through the doors of Upper Room, I came just wanting to help based off of just things that I've done outside of church to begin with. I've been a part of just trying to use my gifts and talents to help the men, strongly pull toward helping men just find their identity. I really believe that God did not make anybody without values, skills, gifts, talents that the world needs for a specific generation. I use mine that he's allowed me to be a steward of to be able to hopefully spark some inspiration and purpose with the men to either find out that maybe we have similar gifts and talents, or just to ask the Father what it is that they are to do with theirs that he's given them. When I first walked in, I offered to be a helper, excited with some ideas, and about 6 months later, I was asked to take on the role of leading the men and the president role for the men's ministry. Great team. Without that team, I don't know how things would be going, but the brothers were receptive, such a collaborative effort. We're going on a couple years now with me being in this role, and I couldn't ask for a better team.
Where were you born and raised, Corey?
Actually, I was born in Middletown, Connecticut, a byproduct of Middletown, and now currently live in Rocky Hill.
Were you raised in a Christian home, or did Christ come later, subsequently in your adult life?
I was raised in a Christian home, I guess, somewhat. Wasn't I would attend church with my mom on not every Sunday, but every other Sunday or a couple Sundays here and there. And I went to a Christian preschool called Fellowship Baptist, and once I began to, I heard about the Lord, but once I began to have that relationship with him myself, I would definitely say that's when I was all in and really, sought out his face.
If someone in our listening audience are thinking, I would love to come and visit this congregation, Upper Room Christian Center, what time does service start on Sunday?
Services are at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on Sundays. It is Bishop Howard A. Daniel Sr. and Pastor Tina Daniel.
Are there Bible studies during the week?
Absolutely. Bible study is Wednesday at 7 p.m. And actually, during this time, it's almost it's like a semester, so it's currently going on. There's a time each year in the fall where there are actual classes that anyone can sign up for, whether they're part of Upper Room or outside of it, to learn more about, dive deeper into the Word when it comes to just learning about Upper Room, whether it comes to learning something specific regarding church profiles. It's called the Daniel Christian Academy, so that also takes place on Wednesdays, and those classes are at 6:30 p.m. When the next semester pops back up.
So the event is called Taking Charge Men's Conference, and the dates and times are, once again?
That'll be Friday, November 3rd, which is our panel discussion starting at 7 p.m. Saturday is our actual conference day. That is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free admission, breakfast, and lunch are included. And then, of course, we round it out with our Sunday service, which, at Upper Room is a pretty special day because we have every man take every position in the church, from the ushers to the greeters to the choir to the praise and worship team. We really just want our women they do so much throughout the year, so we want them to just, be able to sit back and have us serve them on that day.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us, and God bless you, and keep fighting the good fight of faith always, my brother.
I appreciate you too, my brother, and congratulations ahead of time on the great things that the Lord is going to do with you.
And you just heard my conversation with Corey Wright, president of the men's ministry there at the Upper Room Christian Center in Meriden. And again, the Taking Charge Men's Conference will take place Friday, November 3rd through Sunday, November 5th. If you would like more information about what you heard today, call WIHS 860-346-1049, 860-346-1049. The WIHS Journal, it's news and public affairs.